Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So, inshallah, let's get started. We are joining after almost 3 weeks. Apologize, had my family actually here, came from another country. That's why I was spending quite a bit of a time with them, mostly outside of the city. So that's why I could not prepare or conduct the sessions. But inshallah, we'll be able to continue moving forward without any delays in the middle. So let's get started. I'll share my screen with you. Oh, okay. So what we'll do today, inshallah, we'll actually start from the previous lesson just a little bit because there is quite a bit of exercises that actually do depend on the first lesson that we had from lesson number 9. So you can see from, if you go back, you can see that this is the lesson number 9. So we were supposed to have part B today, and then we'll have part C, and this lesson will be over. And I think there is only one lesson left afterwards for this book number 3. But the lesson number 9 exercises that we'll do today depend on quite a bit of uh, vocabulary items that I'm sure we get, we forget fairly quickly. So I will go through those vocabulary items and some of the rules as well, and then we'll jump into the exercises for part B. So we'll not do the part A exercises because we have already done that in the lesson number 9, part A. So we'll go through part B exercises only today, but it does require a bit of a memory jog to make sure that we remember those items. So let's go through the vocabulary items. So if you look at the vocabulary items, and these are related to the uh, exercises that we will do today. So just keep that in mind. So it will actually help during your exercises. So qaimatun, which is the list. List meaning, when you have students enrolled in a university or a school, the universities will actually just, uh, show the names on a list. So these are the students, these are the classes, these are the subjects that they will actually be able to take, and the halls and stuff like that. So that's a list. Ilaqatun, which is the connection. Ma'ani, which is the meaning. Lahdatun, which is the moment. Iddatu as'ila, a number of questions. Rannan, it rang. Khalaqa, he created. We learned a lot of that last time. Who created the sun, who created the moon, and stuff like that. Rafa'a, he raised, meaning if somebody raised their hand, you'll say Rafa'a yadun, so that he raised his hand. Tinun, which is the mud. So tinun, which is mud, which is the clay or mud, which is the mixture of the dirt with water, which is teen. Hadara, he attended, he was present. Narun, which is the fire, which is, we say, Alama ajirni minan nar. So we make the dua that, oh Allah, protect us from the punishment of the fire. Iddatu kutub, number of books, very similar to Iddatu as'ila. So Iddatu is number of. Asimatun, which is the capital city. Mukhtalitun, mixed. So, when I said um, dirt mixed with water, so when you say that the dirt mixed with water is clay, which is thinun, so this word actually be used during today's exercise, mukhtilatun. Kazalik, like that, janun, which is jannu, which is the jinn, and hadidun, iron or metal. Hakaza, like this or so. Jarasun, which is the bell. Asanta, you have done well or well done. We looked at these grammatical states of the noun as well. And is there a question? Okay, no problem. So we learned the three grammatical states. We reminded this ourselves, one more time because it was supposed to be part of the lesson. Rafa, which is the nominative form, which always have a dhamma. Rafa, which is the nominative form, which is which has always the dhamma. And if I ask the question, for example, let's say uh, uh, babun, is babun Rafa jar or nasab? Can anybody answer that?
Rafa.
It is rafa because it is the nominative form, which is the normal form of the noun, right? So the normal form of the noun, babun or kutubun or masjidun, all of these are normal form of the or the regular way of pronouncing an Arabic noun. Jar is the genitive form. It is usually represented by a kasra. We'll see the examples in a minute. And nasab is the accusative form, which always have the fatha. And if you go to the next slide, these are the examples that we learned. So if you look at the rafa, which is the nominative form, Muhammadun Musafirun, they're both actually in this form are rafa, right? Because both have the dhamma, or it's actually dhammatain. So Muhammadun Musafirun or Aliyun Mujtahidun, both are in the nominative form. The next one is Babul Baiti. Babul Baiti. Now the Baiti and the next one Bintul Waziri. The Waziri and the Baiti actually is the genitive form, right? Because this is the because it has the um, it has the kasra. And then the last one is the nasab, which usually would have the fatha. So darastul kitaba, and wajadtul kitaba in both cases that you'll have the fatha in the end on the kitab. That's why it is the accusative form. The example, some of those that we actually learned last time, the nasab ending of the sound feminine plural, we have learned that the nasab ending the noun is and with the sound of an a. Innal baita jadidun. Innal baita jadidun. So when you say baita is the nasab form of the nouns. Three forms: rafa, jar, and then the um, what is the last one?
Nasab.
Nasab. Good. Okay, somebody else has to answer as well, other than Sister Mehreen. So next one is Qaratul Kitaba. Is Qaratul Kitaba, the word Kitaba is Nasab or Jar?
Nasab.
Nasab. Okay, now somebody other than Brother Osama and Sister Mehreen. So when I say Muhammadun Musafirun, in these two words, which one is the Nasab, which one is the Jar? Can anybody answer? If I say Muhammadun Musafirun, which one of these two words is the Rafa, Jar, or Nasab?
Both of them are Rafa.
Both of them are Rafa. And what is the Rafa in English?
Nominal form.
Nominal form or nominative form, meaning the normal
Nominative.
form of any noun. Normal
Yes.
form of any noun. For example, Masjidun actually is the nominative form, right? That's how you will actually always pronounce it. Now, now we also learned that the nasab ending of the noun is in the sound feminine plural form is e. So ra'aytul abna'a wal banati. So in this case, when you have the in the feminine plural form, the same thing for nasab will actually change to a kasra. That's why it says usually you will have a fatha instead of a kasra. But in this case, Rayatul Abna wal Banati, because it is a plural feminine form, that's why you'll have the kasra in this form. If you look at the last sentence on this slide, in this sentence, both al-abna'a wal-banati are objects of the verb ra'aytu, meaning they saw or I saw. And so they are mansoob, but the noun abna'a has a regular a ending, but the noun banati has an e ending because it is found in the feminine plural form. So when you have the feminine plural form, it will always end with an e sound, meaning a kasra. Some of the example, Allah samawati wal arda, Allah created the heavens and the earth. So look at the last one, wal arda, that is the nasab. And then Qaratul kutuba was suhufal wal mujallati. I read the books, the newspapers and the magazines. So the magazines in the end is the feminine plural form. That's why you'll have the kasra in this. Innal ikhwata wal akhwati fil baiti. Indeed, the brothers and the sisters are at home. So same example that we saw before. Now the nasab and the jar endings are the same in the sound feminine plural form. So nasab and the jar endings are the same in the sound feminine plural form. Inna talibati fil hafilati. Indeed, the female students are in the buses. Here, the talibati is mansoob because of the inna, and hafilati is majroor because of the preposition fi, right? Because you have the fi added, that's why you'll have the ending with an e. Can anybody tell me what is? Can anybody give me some examples of the prepositions? Other than sister Naila, sister Mehreen, and brother Hafiz Muhammad Osama, some examples of prepositions.
Ila,
Hmm?
min,
Okay.
min, and
Any more?
Fi,
ila,
على
il,
Ila, fi, min. What else?
man,
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. There's one more.
على
min.
Allah. Very good.
Allah.
Allah. Allah. Allah is also a preposition example. Now, I mentioned this example over here that we learned that Ra'aitu means I saw you, and Ra'aituhu means I saw him. So Ra'aituka, I saw you, and Ra'aituhu means I saw him. Ka means you, who means him or he. If I have to say I saw her, how will we say that? And again, all
ra'aytuha,
Ra'aituha. So when I say Ra'aituha, that means I saw her. If I have to say I saw them, how will I say that?
ra'aytuhum,
Very
هم
good.
or هن.
Yeah, in both cases, because depending on if you're talking about the female or the male, depending on that you'll say either Ra'aituhum or Ra'aituhunna. Okay. Now we also learned in the last lesson that the pronoun of the first person me, note the following. So Ra'aitani, you saw me. Khalaqtani Allahu, Allah created me, meaning Khalaqtani, meaning created me, right? So Khalaqtani Allahu, Allah created me. Sa'alani al-mudarrisu, the teacher asked me. Sa'alani, meaning somebody is asking me. Somebody is asking me, but you have to add the other noun with it. So when you say Sa'alani al-mudarrisu, so teacher asked me. Then the pronoun of the first person is e, but the n is added between the verb and the pronoun. It's not very important, so we'll just move forward from here. But I also added last time an example of this rule. So when I say Allahumma anta Rabbi, oh Allah, you are my Rabb, you are my sustainer, or you are my Lord. I'm saying anta Rabbi, that you are my Rabb. La ilaha illa ant. There is no God, there is no one worthy of worship except you. Illa anta, except you. Khalaqtani wa ana abduk. You created me and I am your slave. Right? So khalaqtani, you created me, Wana, and I am Abduk. Abduk means your slave, because remember the word ka, right? So Abduk, meaning Abduka, you can also pronounce it like that, but because it's ending a sentence over here, so you can say Abduk, Wana Abduk, I am your slave. وأنا على عهدك وأنا على عهدك ووعدك ما استطعت, that you created me and I am your slave, following your covenant, meaning the promise that I made to you, right? وأنا على عهدك, right? That the promise that I made to you, ووعدك, and the promise that I made to you, and I will mastatatu, as much as I can, right? So the word istata'a, or you can say in Urdu, my language, the word istata'at. So the mastatatu, as much as I can. A'udhu bika, and I seek refuge, or I seek protection from you. And it's a beautiful thing in Quran, wherever you'll see this, that there is a ayah in Quran where we say, where Rasulullah says, "Fafirru ilallah, fafirru ilallah," run towards Allah. Or, when you have to protect yourself from someone, you will run away from them, right? That's the most beautiful thing, being a relation with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Similar to when a child actually has some sort of a problem, they will actually run away, from that problem. But when a child seeks protection, the child will run towards their mom. And in the human's case, our relation with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is so beautiful that when we have to seek protection from the punishment from Allah, we actually run towards Allah. That's a very beautiful ayah in Quran where Allah says, "Fafirru ilallah." They run towards Allah if you want protection from Allah. So if you want protection from Allah, meaning you want to be safe from Allah, you actually have to run towards Allah. Same thing over here. A'udhu bika min sharri ma sanatu. That I seek refuge in you from the evil that I have done. And Abu laka binimataka alayya, and then acknowledge before you your blessings that wa Abu laka bizambi, and I confess to you my sins. Wa Abu laka bizambi, zambi means your my sins. Faghfirli, so forgive me. فإنه for surely you لا يغفر الذنوب إلا أنت, no one can forgive except you, right? So if you look at this dua, I think all of you should be able to make the translation of this except for a few words. So if you look at all of these words, these words are basically pretty much everything that you will learn in this entire lesson. So the two words, I believe, Abu Laka, I think this is one word, and the other one, maybe Sanatu. This is the other word you probably don't know. The rest of the words, if you look at these words, you should be able to make translation of pretty much the entire dua that you're looking over here. Oh, by the way, this is the leader of all the istighfar. So there is a hadith as well. I believe I remember the exact words. The moment I remember it, I'll let you know. This is the leader of the istighfar. Somebody makes this istighfar during the day and he dies during the day. The person is forgiven by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If the person makes this istighfar at night, the person dies at night, the person is forgiven from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now, how to say, how beautiful is this car? What a beautiful car this is, right? So we can
But
say how. Sorry, let me.
Scar,
Yes.
record this expressed in Arabic by ما أجمل هذه السيارة. This is called فعل التعجب,
Yeah.
verb of wonder.
You're asking a question. You're telling me something. Abdul Rahman, you're asking a question.
No,
Okay. So when you have to express your ta'ajjub, or you can say wonder, or you can say it's a verb of wonder, then in Arabic this is called as fail ta'ajjub. That how beautiful is his car? How beautiful is the weather? Or you can say this weather is so beautiful. This is one way to say this, but when you say how beautiful is this weather, this is called as fail ta'ajjub. And the form that you will have is ma af'aluhu. So, or ma af'aluh. So one can use the word pronoun who or other pronoun in the accusative form. So for example, ma'at yabka, how good are you? Ma afkaraha, how poor she is. Ma aksara nujumu, how numerous the stars are. Ma ashala haza darsa, how easy is this lesson? So these are expressions of wonder or the verb of wonder, nothing else. We did this last time, that's why I'm trying to go through this quickly. We also learned in book 2 that the noun after ya takes only one dhamma. So you're not going to say ya hamidun or ya bilalun, ya ustazun or ya waladun. You'll only have one dhamma, meaning ya hamidu, ya bilalu, ya ustazu, ya waladu. The examples that you can say at the bottom, Ya binta Bilalin, right? Because you have this. Okay, let me ask this question. There is a rule over here. Ya binta Bilalin. What is the rule over here between binta and Bilalin? The most common rule in Arabic language. There is a relation between two words. The Ya binta Bilalin. What
Mudaf
is this?
and mudaf ilayh.
Mudaf and
Mudaf and
mudaf ilayh. Very good. Which one of this is mudaf and which one of this is mudaf ilayh?
Binta is
Bilalin is
mudaf ilayh.
mudaf.
No, binta is mudaf and
Bilalin is mudaf.
Mudaf ilayh. And so, what is mudaf ilayh? Let's use the English words
Belongs to.
only. There is a relation between these two, right? So there is a specific relation that you have in these two. What is mudaf
possess.
ilayh?
Belongs to. The mudaf
Possessor.
belongs to
Or
or
possess.
possessed by
Very good.
whoever the
Possession.
person is.
Possession.
Possessor.
Very good. The word possession, the word ownership, or belonging. All three words are accurate. So everybody said that correctly. So the word possession, belonging, or ownership is all the same thing. So the one who owns, the one who possesses, the one that it belongs to is mudaf ilay, and the item or the noun that is being possessed is mudaf. Okay. So other than this example, all of this that you see over here, give me one more example of a mudaf and mudaf ilay.
Rasulullahi.
Rasulullahi, very good. So which one of this is mudaf and which one is mudaf ilay?
Rasulu is mudaf and Rasul Allahi mudaf ilay.
Mudaf ilay, very good. Any other example? Somebody else now.
يا أخي
Ya akhi?
يا أخي بلال
Ka'batullahi.
Babul Masjidi.
Babul Masjidi, yeah. Okay. But I want to go back to that Ya akhi bilhalin. Why is it mudaf and mudaf ilay? Unless you're saying it Bilal's brother, then it will be, but the sentence is not, that's the way you've said it, Ya akhi Bilalin, it actually means, oh brother Bilal. That's how it sounds it.
Isn't it oh my brother يا أخي
Oh, Ya akhi is my brother. Yes, very good. Yeah, but the akhi, Ya akhi Bilalin is not mudaf and mudaf alayh example. So this example is not correct. For Ya akhi Bilalin is not a good example. Because in one sentence you're saying my brother and then you're saying Bilalin. The whole sentence doesn't make sense. Some other example of mudaf and mudaf alayh.
Kitabullahi. Babul Masjidi.
Babul
Like
Masjidi,
that.
Kitabullahi, very good. Somebody else now. I'm going to take names now. Everybody should know this. We did this many times.
Ka'batullahi.
Kabutullahi, yeah. Okay, now
Najmullah.
Abdurrahman, give me example.
Najmullah.
Najmullah. What is Najmullah? Allah's.
Allah star.
Allah's. Oh, no, that's not a good example. Some other example, Abdurrahman. Give me one more example. Sister Amin Zaid, can you give me one example?
Miftahu Sayyarati.
Sorry, Sister Hira, again, one more time, sorry.
Miftahu Sayyarati.
Miftahu Sayyarati, very good. Sister Amin Zaid, can you give one example? Maybe, I think she mentioned she is going to have to step away from that. Sister Azumi, one example.
بنت أحمد بنت أحمد
Bint Ahmad, yeah, very good. Brother Hafiz Muhammad Usama.
شهر رمضاني
Shahru Ramadani, very good. And Sister Mehreen.
Bintu Aminati.
Bintu Aminati, very good. Sister Naila. Everybody has to give an example now.
Babul Fasli.
Babul Fasli, very good. Budra Umar NDI.
Baitul Muhammadi.
Baitul Muhammadin?
Yes.
Yeah, well, that's okay. Yeah, that's okay. Brother Daniel.
Qalamu Bilali.
Qalamu Bilalin, yeah, that's okay. Abdurrahman.
Miftahul Baba.
So you can remember, this is the example of the mudaf ilay. So you cannot say Baba. It has to be Miftahul Babi. So it has to end with a kasra. So your example is good, but you have to finish this with a kasra. Okay. So again, I wanted to make sure that everybody still knows this rule of mudaf and mudaf ilay, because it will come in your exercise today. We already learned in last time when we say the word come, it means how many and is singular and mansoob. But what if the word come is preceded by a preposition, the noun following it may be majroor or mansoob. Kam riyalun indaka. How many riyals you have? Become riyalan. How many riyals does it cost? Nothing very important. So we'll cover this during our exercise today. When we say the word ma is used as interrogative form, but it is preceded by a preposition. So then the ma of alif is dropped. For example, bima, when I say bima, it does not have a alif afterwards. With what? So you'll have the question in your exercise today that what did Allah create the humans with? And you'll see this word will actually appear in that sentence. When I say what did Allah created the humans with, or what did Allah create the jinns with, you'll see this word will be used with what. So, but you see that there is no alif afterwards. The alif is actually is dropped. And then same thing for lima, for what or why. You can see that there is no alif afterwards. Mimma, from what. Same thing, you'll have the question regarding the creation of the humans and the jinns. And amma, about what. So I will highly recommend if you have a notebook, take these four words. These are very common words used in making sentences or asking the questions. Lima, mimma, amma, and bima. So these four words are very common in any questions that you would generally have in Arabic language. And we also learned last time that the alladhi, which is the masculine singular, and allati is the feminine singular, and the plural for um, the alladhi is alladhina, and for the plural for the allati is allati. So we'll have the sentences, of course, in your exercise that is coming up, but the alladhi plural will be alladhina and allati will be allati. And I also mentioned to you, I think this word allati is probably mentioned 2 or 3 times in Quran, nothing more. Because most of the time it is the nouns are uh, considered to be masculine. And I gave you the example at the bottom from one of the ayahs in Quran, الَّذِينَ يُؤْمِنُونَ بِالْغَيْبِ وَيُقِيمُونَ الصَّلَاةَ وَمِمَّا رَزَقْنَاهُمْ يُنْفِقُونَ. Those who believe in unseen and perform the prayers and donate from what we have provided. So الَّذِينَ is those who, or it's a plural of alladhi. A quick question. Can anybody tell me one day, the regular daily du'as that we make where the word alladhi is used?
Subhanallah.
Yeah, very good. Subhanallah. Complete the dua, Sabi.
Okay. Subhanallah istaghfara lana hadha wa ma kunna lahu muqrinin wa inna ila rabbina lamunqalibun.
Okay, one more dua. Anybody else? Should be very,
Bismillah alladhi
Alhamdulillah
la yadurru.
ba'da ma amatana wa ilayhi nushur.
very good. One more dua.
Alhamdulillah alladhi a'mana wa sakana wa jalana min
Min al
muslimin.
Muslimin. Abdurrahman, one more dua from you.
Alhamdulillah الذي كساني ما أوارد به أورتي وأتجمل به في حياتي.
Very good. What is the dua when you wake up? Everybody should know this, right?
Alhamdulillah alladhi ahyana ba'da ma
Ayyan ba'da ma
Very good, very
amatana
good.
wa ilayhi nushur.
Yeah. So when you say Alhamdulillahi, you're actually saying all the praise is for Allah. Who? In this. Very good. Keep going. Yeah, yeah.
चलो सुनाओ
Now.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah, الذي أحيانا ما أماتنا
Very
بعد
good.
ما أماتنا.
Very good, very good. And now, for everybody who pronounces, most of the people are possibly from my country or even from Africa. When we say allazi, we touch this with the top part of our tongue, but that's not how you pronounce allazi. Allazi, your tongue has to be in the middle of your teeth, the top part and the bottom part. So the allazi has to be the za, the word za, it has to be in the middle of your two teeth, the front teeth. So try and saying that, allazi or alhamdulillah allazi. So you have to remember that your tongue has to be in the middle of both of your teeth. It is not allazi, it is allazi. So, and this is, by the way, also is used in Surah Fatiha. So whenever listen to most people reciting Surah Fatiha, everybody says like the word za as a za. It's not a za. It has to be in the middle of your teeth. The tongue has to be in the middle of your teeth when you say alladhi, or the word or the letter za. Okay. We also learned that the particle al-a, which turns a statement into a question, if the noun following it is an al, it changes to a. So, al-mudarrisu qala laka, al-mudarrisu qala laka, did the teacher tell you? So, right, so you have an alif mad a instead of just the a. We'll cover this in the exercise today also. And then the final ya, which is pronounced as an alif, is written alif when a pronoun of a jar or a nasab is attached to the word. Ma'nahu, so ma'na and kawa. So when you actually have this, then you will actually remove the actual ya and then the alif will replace this. What is this? At-tulabul jududu khamsatu, the 5 new students. Here the number is used as an adjective and it comes after the ma'dood. Here are some examples. Al-kutubul arba'atu, al-rijalu asharatu, as-suhahu sittatu, and al-akhwatu khamsu. So simple example that we have already covered this before as well. We've covered this before as well. Okay, let's go straight to the exercise right now. So you just have to remember from your exercise, hopefully everybody can remember that. These are some questions that were asked during the last lesson. So I know that it was 3 weeks ago, but if you were doing your flashcards that we did, hopefully you will be able to remember this. So, but you have to first translate this question one word at a time and then make the sentence or what the exact sentence says. Then you have to answer the question in Arabic and then translate the Arabic sentence as well. So let's start with, by the way, Brother Abdullah Saeed, the reason why he's not here, so his brother actually passed away. So make request everybody to make dua for his elder brother because his brother just passed away about 2 hours ago. Okay, so let's start with Sister Mehreen and Sister Naila. So Sister Mehreen, you'll do number 1 to 5, and Sister Naila, you'll do number 6 to 10. Again, you'll first make the sentence or translate the sentence that you have here and then answer this in Arabic also.
Kam taliban wajad al mudarrisu fil fasli. How many students teacher found in the class?
Very good.
And the answer should be, it can be any number, Bilal bhai.
No, it is from the lesson. So do you remember what the number was?
No, I don't.
Okay, it was 15. It was 15, by the way.
15.
Let's go through the questions first and then we'll do the answers after.
Okay. Lima zahabat tullabul jududu ilal mudir. For what students jududu? For what new students went to the director?
Yes, very good.
Yes.
So, or
Man
why? So you can say
or
why
why?
also.
Yeah.
Or
Okay.
it can be, you're absolutely right, by the way. And I'm very glad you have a really good memory because lima can be used for what and why at the
Or
same time.
why? Yeah. For both. Yeah. Man khalaqna. Who created us?
Very good.
Man khalaqal kamara. Who created the moon?
Mm-hmm.
Man khalaqa shamsa. Who created the sun?
Very good. Sister Naila, if you can translate the next 5 questions.
Sure. Is Mimma khalaqallahul insana. From what Allah created the insan, I mean the human being.
Mm-hmm.
Mimma khalaqallahul jan. With what Allah created the angels. Kam sama an khalaqallahu. How many sky Allah created?
Heavens.
I'm sorry.
How many heavens Allah created?
Heaven. Okay.
Yeah,
so
skies. The word can be literally translated into skies, but we all know that when the word sama is used in Quran, it actually means the heavens.
heaven. Yeah, sure. Fi kam yawmi. In how many days khalaqallahu Allah created as samawati wal earth, the heavens and the earth.
Very good. Okay. So your translation is 100% accurate. So let's go to the next slide. And now what you have to do is to actually answer these questions in Arabic. So it was 15 students, Sister Mehreen, by the way. But you have to now make the sentence and say, he found 15 students. If you just have to say, he found 15 students, how will you say it?
Wajada.
Mm-hmm.
He found 50. Wajada khamsatul ashara.
Mm-hmm.
Taliban.
Taliban, very good. So he found 15 students, okay? Now the next one is Lima Zahabatul Labu Juddul Il Mudiri. Why did the students went to the or go to the principal? The correct English word we should be go to the principal. So they went to the principal, if you remember, because their names were not in the list. That's why they went to. You have to say, I'll give you that because I can see the exact, Arabic on my screen right now. So they went to the principal because they did not find their names in the list. What is the translation for list in Arabic?
Qaimatun.
Qaimatun, okay. And what you will say their names?
Ismu Ismuhu.
Their names.
Ismuhum.
Asma'uhum.
Asmahum. Sorry, yeah.
Because they're now their names, right? So there, so
Yeah.
hum, there will be hum, and asma is the names because it is plural.
Yeah, plural. Yeah.
Now, if you have to say they went, how will you say it?
Zahabu.
Zahabu. If you have to say they went to the principal, how will you say?
Zahabu ilal mudiri.
Very good. Now make the sentence, they went to the principal because they did not. Okay, how would
What
you
is
say
the
find?
translation for because?
Say that again, please.
Because is an Arabic word. Because their name were not in the list.
But if you have to say they did not find, how will you say find?
Wajada.
Wajada, very good. If you say they did not find their names, how will you say it?
Ma wajada.
Ma wajadu. Ma wajadu.
Wajada. Yeah.
Ma wajadu asma'ihim. So now make the sentence, they went to the
Zahabu
principal.
ilal mudiri. Ma wajadu asma'uhum ka.
Fil.
Fil kaimati.
Fil qaimati. Very good, very good. Okay, now who created us? You have to say Allah created us. How will you say?
Allahu khalaqna.
You can say it like that as well, but the correct way to say it is khalaqna Allah.
Khalaqna Allahu. Yeah.
Yeah, khalaqna Allah. And if you have to
Man.
say who created the moon, how will you say it?
Khalaqallahu. No.
Allah
Khalaqal
created it.
kamar.
If you have to say Allah created it, because remember this is the moon is a masculine word. It's not a
Khalaqallahu.
khalaqahullahu.
Khalaqal. Okay.
Khalaqahullahu because Allah created it.
Khalaqallahu. Okay. Khalaqahullahu. Okay.
And who created the sun? And sun is a feminine word, by the way.
Khalaqahillahu.
Khalaqahallahu.
Allahu. Okay. Yeah.
Very good. Okay. Now, Sister Naila.
من خلق النجوم خلقهن الله.
Khalaqahallah.
نجوم is
Khalaqahallah.
feminine. Okay. خلقها الله.
Mhm.
Najuma, we will have to say Najum or no? Yes.
It's fine. You can say it like that's fine.
مما خلق الله الإنسان. Okay. خلق الله الإنسان من طين.
Very good. And what is the translation of what you just said?
Allah created the insan with the mud.
With the clay.
With the clay, sorry.
Clay, mud is fine. I understand what you're saying. Okay.
مما خلق الله الجنة خلق الله الجنة من النار.
Very
Allah
good.
created the angels with the fire.
The jinns, not the angels.
Oh, sorry, yeah, jinn with the fire. Sorry.
So what did Allah created the angels with, by the way?
With nur, I believe.
With the light.
with
Very
the
good.
light, yeah.
Okay.
Kam sama'an khalaqallahu is khalaqallahu sab'a samawatin
Samawatin. Very
samawat.
good. Very good. The last one.
Fi kam yawmin, in how many days? Okay. Khalaqallahu samawati wal ardi fi sittati ayyamin.
Bisittati ayamin, but it will be what wal arda.
Wal,
It
okay.
should be khalaqa samawati wal
Wal
arda.
arda fi
So
sittati ayyamin.
if you, the easy way to remember arda is recite the ayat al kursi, and you'll see that every single time you have the word ard, it is also always arda. So same word actually. Allahu la ilaha illa huwal hayyul qayyum la ta'khudhuhu sinatun wa la nawm lahu ma fis samawati wal ard. When you see
Yeah,
the word wal ard, actually it has a fatha on top. But because it is stopping, that's why you say wal ard. But the real way to pronounce it is wal arda.
arda.
Here are all the answers for what you just mentioned, and here's the translation for all of those sentences that you made. So, and all those sentences were correct. I know that because we are doing this after like 3 weeks, so that's why it's probably a little bit difficult, but when we get used to it, it will be okay. Okay. So the next one is this exercise, and this will be between brother Umar NDI and brother Hafiz Muhammad Usama. So, brother Umar NDI, you will only translate the first line, only the first line. And brother Hafiz Muhammad Osama, you will only translate the second line, which is the so first line is for brother Umar NDI. The second line, which has three words, by the way, 1, 2, 3, it will be brother Hafiz Muhammad Osama's turn. Brother Umar NDI, go ahead.
Anna khairun minhu. I am well.
I
I
am.
am
This is an ayah of Quran, by the way.
this is
This is an ayah of Quran.
Anna khairun minhu. Khalaqtani min narin wa khalaqtahu min tin.
So do one word at a time. What does the word ana means?
Anna
What
I
is
am
Yeah, I am. And what does the word khair means?
well.
Well, and
Good,
it's
good.
also used as better.
I am better.
What is the word minhu?
Minhu.
What is the word?
Which
What does the word min means? Min
mean mean from
from. What is the word who means?
him.
So
I
I
am
am.
I'm better from
I'm better
who
from him or better than him,
I'm
right?
better from who created me.
No, 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 no. First, you have to say I'm better than him. The word
I
ana khairun minhu means I am better than him.
I am better than him.
What does the word khalaqtani means?
You created him from
No, 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 no.
Mm.
Khalaqtani, khalaqtani.
Khalaqtani.
Not la khalaqtahu. It
Who
is
created
khalaqtani.
me?
You
Who created
created
me?
me. You created
You
me.
created me
Min.
from fire,
Good. And wa khalaqtahu.
and you created him
Very good.
from
From
clay.
clay. So this is I am better than him. You created me from fire, and you created him from clay. Now, brother Hafiz Muhammad Osama, you have to translate the next three words.
Man qala hada, who said this?
Very good.
Waliman, and to whom or to whose?
On to who? Yeah, very good.
Min ayyi suratin hadhihi ayatu, from which surahs are these? From which surah is this ayah from?
Very good. Now, brother Hafiz Muhammad Osama, you have to answer these three questions also.
Man qala hadha
But you have to answer
iblisun.
in Arabic first.
Qala hadha iblisun.
Qalahu.
Qalahu iblisun.
Very good.
Waliman, and to who? Qalahu Allahu.
Qalahu lillahi ta'ala.
Qalahu lillahi ta'ala. Min ayyi suratin hadhihi al-aya. For that I need to
It is So you say it is because it's a feminine
Yeah.
thing, right?
هذه الآيات من سورة
Araf.
الأعراف.
Yeah.
Yes,
Well,
I need
really
to
good.
revise before I can answer that. أنا خير من yeah, من سورة الأعراف.
Yep. Here's the answer to all of these.
Okay.
All right. So exercise number 3. This will be between Sister Azumi and Sister Hira. So Sister Azumi, you will do line number 1 and 2. Sister Hira, you will do line number 3 and 4. You'll only translate these first, and then you will say if it was the correct statement or the wrong statement. These statements were in the last lesson, in the first lesson. You just have to just remember. If you cannot remember, it's okay. But most important thing is that you can translate these sentences. So Sister Azumi, go ahead.
Okay. Bismillah. الطلاب الجدد خمسة عشر. The new students the new students are 15.
Very good. Is it correct or wrong?
It's wrong. It's the whole class that is 15.
Very good. Very good. You have a good memory. The whole class was 15. How many new students were there, by the way?
Um,
It was 5.
5. Okay.
There were 5 new students, but the total students were 15. Okay, next one.
Okay.
Next line.
Abdurrahman ma fahimal ma'ana salasa kalimat
Talasi.
salas salat. Abdurrahman did not understand 3 of the words.
Meaning of the 3 words.
Meaning of the 3 words. Okay,
Ma'ana
ma'ana,
is the,
meaning of the 3 words. Okay.
very good. So, and Sister Azumi, we had who? Who did we have with Sister Azumi? Sister Hira. Sister Hira, if you can translate the next 2 sentences.
سأل فيصل المدرس. Faisal asked the teacher, ما جمع السماء? Are the skies weather?
How many skies are there?
How many
Or
skies
how
are
many
there?
heavens or how many skies are there? Is this correct or wrong? What did he really ask? Do you know?
It's correct.
No, actually, it's wrong. He did not ask this question. The question he asked was, let me just remember. He did ask a very different question. It was a very simple question that he asked. I'll remember this and I'll let you know. But this is not. But anyways, that's not important right now. But he did not ask this question. He had a different question. But I'll remember this and I'll let you know what that was. Next one.
كتب المدرس الدرس على السبورة. Teacher wrote lesson on the board, whiteboard of lesson.
On the writing board. Very good. So is this correct or wrong?
Correct.
It is correct. I remembered what Faisal actually asked the teacher, but I forgot now. Here are the translation for all of these sentences and what they actually mean. All right. So next exercise, very simple, but you have to make this and say this in Arabic. So this will be between Sister Amina Zaid and Abdurrahman. So Sister Amina Zaid, if you can just first just translate these 3 words. That's the easiest way to do it. If you can just translate it, that would be great.
Okay, so Atinu is clay.
Very good.
Ada is came back.
Mm-hmm.
And Al Jaddu is grandfather.
Grandfather, very good. So, Abdurrahman, if you have to say dirt, how will you say dirt? So I'm going to ask you differently. Do you know there is a nickname of Ali radhiyallahu anhu? The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to
Abu
call.
Turab.
Turab.
Yeah, only Abdurrahman, please. Okay. So what is the nickname of Ali Tala Anhu, Abdurrahman?
Nickname? I don't know he has a nickname.
Yeah,
But
Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam used to call him something. Instead of just saying Ali, he used to call him something else. What did he used to call him?
Bukam.
He used to call him Abu Turab.
Buturab.
Abu Turab, Abu Turab. And Abu doesn't mean really, by the way, the father of. Okay, so it basically means that somebody loves that so much, or somebody is like so involved in something. For example, Abu Huraira doesn't mean the father of the cats. He just loved the cat so much that he used to carry a cat all the time with him, right? He used to have a cat all the time with him. So that's why he's called as Abu Huraira. And some also scholars, by the way, say that Abu Huraira radhiyallahu ta'ala anhu used to cling to the member of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam all the time, so close that he was called as Abu Huraira because he was always clinging like a cat would cling to you. I don't know if you have cats. Whoever has cats will know that cats would always cling to you. They will always rub themselves with you, and because they want food or they try to show their affection, cats would cling on to the humans. So that's why he was usually called as Abu Huraira. So he was called as Abu Turab. So if you have to say dirt mixed with water, how will you say that, Abu Abdurrahman?
Dirt mixed with water is gonna be mud.
No, but how will you say this in Arabic? Dirt. How will you say dirt in Arabic?
Can you give me a hint?
I just gave you a hint. What is the nickname of Ali radhiyallahu anhu?
Abu Putra.
Abu Turab.
Abu Turab.
Yes. So Turab is dirt. So at Turabu. What is the translation for mixed? Mixed. You have to mix something. Mukhtalitu.
Abu.
Mukhtalitu. And what is the translation for water?
Translation what?
Water.
Water. Ma.
Water.
Ma'a.
Yeah, ma'a. So at-turabul mukhtalitu bil ma'i. So a dirt mixed with water is called as a teen, which is the clay. So when you mix the dirt with water, it will become clay, like mud or matti jisko in the Hindi. So an ada means returned or came back. And it also can be translated as raja'a. So the word raja'a and ada means the exact same thing. The word ada and raja'a is the same thing, meaning he returned. And al jaddu is the grandfather. So abul abi or abul ummi, meaning that the father of the father or the father of the mother. And here's the translation for all of these words. Okay. So the next exercise, the last exercise.
Father.
Sorry, you were asking something, Abdul Rahman? Okay. So who has not done yet? Oh, actually, brother Osama Daniel is not done yet. So brother Osama Daniel, this whole exercise is for you by yourself. Are you there?
Yes, I am.
It's very easy. I'll make it easy, okay? So what is Asimatu? Do you remember?
No. No.
It's not a girl's name, by the way. So Asimatu means capital.
Okay.
Okay. Sudan means
Capital of
Sudan
Sudan.
means
Sudan.
Sudan. Khurtum means Khurtum, right? So
Okay.
Asimatu Sudani Khurtumi, the capital of Sudan is Khurtum, right?
Okay.
Now you have to do the same thing for the remaining countries in the middle. The first word for every single one of them will be Asimatu. Now you just have to remember the capital of
عاصمة
these countries.
العراق بغداد. بغداد.
So Asimatul Iraqi, Baghdadun
Okay.
or
And
Baghdadun.
عاصمة المملكة العربية السعودية I actually don't know.
Riyadh. Riyadh.
رياض.
Yeah. Riyadh is the capital.
عاصمة اليمن No
Sana.
idea. I'm sorry?
Sana.
Sana.
Yes. I actually just saw your text message right now. Okay.
I thought, okay.
Brother Osama Daniel, for everybody else, this is just for a joke. He actually reminded me a couple of minutes ago that the class is supposed to be finished by now. So why am I still taking more time? It's a joke, by the way. He was trying to remind me so that I don't ask him questions. Okay, so the last one, brother Osama Daniel.
عاصمة مصر
Misra.
مصر القاهرة.
Kahira. Very good. So why don't you translate these as well?
The capital of Iraq is Baghdad.
Very good.
Capital of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia is Riyadh.
Mm-hmm.
Capital of Yemen is Sana'a.
Mm-hmm.
Capital of Egypt is Cairo.
Cairo. Cairo. Very good. And here's the translation for all of these words that you see on your screen right now. And this is all we will do today. I'm going to try to just make next lesson hopefully 1.5 hours long, which is next Saturday, inshallah, so that we can actually try to finish this whole lesson. And then we'll only have one more lesson left in this book. So we have done 9 lessons. Let me just quickly take a look at how many lessons are in this book. And I may be able to just, to compensate for my absence, I may be able to just try to do like either 1.5 hour lesson and maybe do something like 2 lessons in like Saturday and Sunday or something like this, because I do want to compensate for what I did not do. Yeah, so we should be able to finish this next week for sure. This lesson will be finished next week. And then how many lessons are there? So this book has 10 lessons only. So in probably 3 weeks, we should be done with this book, because next week we will finish lesson, like the last part of this lesson number 9, and hopefully within 2 weeks after, 3 weeks from now, we should be able to finish this entire book, inshallah. Abdurrahman, you had a question?
So if you go to the back slide
Mm-hmm.
of of the capital of Egypt, I don't think the capital of Egypt is Cairo. I think it's Thebes.
Why do you say that?
Because it was in the translation, it was written the capital of Egypt is Cairo, and I don't think it is Cairo.
It is Cairo.
I think it's Thebes.
No, don't worry about it. It is Cairo. You should search on Google. It is Cairo. Found it?
Where I'm finding it. I'm typing it. Capital of Egypt. Let me see.
And everybody else, he's very young, so I always want to make sure I always answer his questions, okay? So, and he asks very good questions.
It is Cairo.
It is Cairo, right? So yeah, so it is correct. So inshallah, we'll complete the lesson today now. And then again, as I mentioned, that next week we will finish this entire book, and then I should be able to complete the complete flashcard sets during the week for the entire lesson number 9. That will allow you to be able to go through the list of the flashcards as well as the test for the entire vocabulary for this book. If you have any questions or concerns, please do let me know. And again, as I mentioned, I will try to make up for my absence for the last 3 weeks to either increase the session time or either try to do multiple sessions in multiple days, like Saturday and Sundays, to make up for the absence that I had. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.